salamanders. My little salamanders. The little salamanders. The salamanders of the little. Hello, little salamanders. What's going on? Where's everyone at? Where's the party? Where's the party? Party. We gotta have our coaster. Otherwise, the desk gets rings. Not the good kind. Not the kind that we want. I probably should have plugged my phone in before coming in here, but whatever. Michael, what up, dude? David, Hypnotoad! Hypnotoad, what up, dude? Oh, what's going on, guys? Man, I'm early today. Yeah, you guys, I mean, I'm like 3 minutes late, but everyone else is early. I'll say that much. Jack, what up, dude? Edgar, yo. Ricky, yo. Fernando, yo. What's up, Ryan? What you guys up to? Golf R, though. Never would have thought. Honestly, I never would have thought. I already have like a handful of mods coming in for the Golf R that'll be here this week. So I've got a catback coming, an access port, and an intake. I want to see how the car will perform on, like, they call it stage 1. I don't like calling modification stages. I never have. So it's just intake and a tune with a catback. I'm very curious to see what that R is going to do, because I joined a couple like MK Marks. God, dude, I keep fucking doing it. I keep calling it MK7. It's Mark 7 groups, and like everyone says the power gains are substantially noticeable. So I'm going to be doing a comparison video, like stage 1 versus stage 1 of an STI versus the Golf, just to kind of see where they're at. But yeah, I never would have thought either. It's weird. It's like a German Subaru. I don't know. It's weird. Luis, what up, dude? Scott, what's poppin'? You really gonna get an Evo X though? Jace asking, coming in here with a question. So, I'm in a toss up. I have been looking at some online for sale right now. If I can find like a decent Evo X for like 20 to 25K, I may go get an Evo X. Then I could have like the trinity of like all-wheel drive tuner cars that are like affordable. We'd have the STI, we'd have the Golf R, and we'd have an Evo 10. So I'm like highly considering it. If I got the Evo 10 though, the only downside was I wouldn't be able to get the new BRZ. So it's either like new BRZ or Evo 10. But I think the Evo 10 would probably be a better car to bring to the channel. So I'm kind of at a toss up on it. I'm totally open to your guys' thoughts on it. But I was looking around for one today. So that is a possibility of something that may be happening. Also, Michael, appreciate the dono, dude. If you're excited for the 6-cylinder and Golf R action, hit that like button. See, that's what I'm saying. I'll be down to Fuse Fabrication tomorrow. For some STI action. Kyle needs a little bit of help kind of wrapping things up. He's working on the oil pan and oil pickup tonight. He has to finish the tip on the catback and whatnot, and a couple other smaller things that we're going to be doing tomorrow. So expect a fabrication video probably Thursday, and then some Golf R modification videos Saturday and Sunday. So a whole bunch of good stuff. I heard something crack open. Never mind, it's a rain. It is a rain. It is the orange dreamsicle, because we got to have good flavors of rains out here. Yo, what do you think about the 2013 WX rebuilt with all OEM stuff from Subaru, 69,000 miles? As long as it's clean, like, nothing wrong with that. If you have receipts and it was like rebuilt at Subaru, there's like nothing wrong with that. But yeah. There's a bunch of party in my pants. Damo, we partying over there? Let's get this 6-cylinder build going again. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm going down to Fuse tomorrow. I'm going to try to help Kyle where I can. I can't, like, weld, but I can kind of weld. I can tack weld aluminum, and I can kind of weld steel. So I'm going to go help out where I can and, like, be an extra set of hands just to go get this thing, like, help get this thing done. Roberto, what's going on, dude? What up? I haven't caught one of these in a while. Joshua, it is good to see you, my friend. How are you doing, dude? Fernando, did you know me and my girlfriend got a sweater nearly at the same time? Really? At the, like, same time? It's timing. It's timing. Big brain energy. Who is my favorite YouTuber? That's a hard question. I don't know. Like, I don't really watch, like, avidly one YouTube channel. Like, I watch Chris Borgs. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce his last name. Devin, Bader. Every once in a while, Gears and Gasoline, but kind of like every once in a while here and there. I don't know. I kind of like trailed off with their stuff. B is for Build kind of trailed off with that also, but I don't know. Like, I watch a lot of YouTube channels. I wouldn't say that I have like one favorite one. I don't know. Green Sonic, what up, dude? They both came in at the same time. See, big brain energy, the mint ones, timing. I think I have a couple left. I have 4 mint hoodies and 3 pink ones left in stock that I ordered extra of. I think mediums in larges, or maybe extra larges. I don't remember. I have a couple more up there. What up, Keith? Mostly, or what's up all, is going good. Sadly selling the Subi I picked up 4 months ago and buying a Skyline. Why are you sad about that? That seems like a come up in my book. Are you getting a GTST or a GTR? R32, R33? What you getting? Give us a little more info, Low Misty. What are you getting? Butterfly, what's up, dude? How much caffeine in those drinks? I don't know. 300 milligrams of natural caffeine. 300 milligrams natural caffeine. And Rain, if you ever see this, feel free to hit us up, dude. I like your drinks. Battle Blah Bye. Ooh, you alive. I'm always alive. I'm alive and well. Hit at what you want Tina's car for. So Tina is Chris Weed. I don't even know how to pronounce her name. That's the one I'm going to be doing the comparison video on, comparing the Stage 1 Golf R to the Stage 1 STI, because she's just like a Stage 1 STI with intake and access port, and that's what the Golf R will be. So I want to see a comparison between the STI and the Golf R, just to see if the differences are as hyped up as people make them out to be. I haven't driven like a Stage 1 STI in, I don't know, long time. I don't even remember the last time I've driven a stock STI. So it'll be a good comparison. Hell yeah, Evo, come to the dark side. At least your desk gets rings. Mine just gets a bunch of... Yo, miss anything yet? Not too much. Fix that tip. We're doing the tip tomorrow, man. Just the tip, though. Them Golfs feel super quick. Even just stock, it's crazy. Dude, for real. Like, I was surprised at how quick that Golf R actually felt stock. I knew from a lot of videos, like I watched Mighty Car Mod's video on it. I watched a whole bunch of other like review videos, Savage Geese and some other ones on the Golf R before I actually went out and bought it. And they did not let down. Like, don't get me wrong, there's no perfect car out there. There's always going to be like something wrong with each set of cars or each car that you go to look at. And by no means is the Golf R perfect. It's definitely not perfect, but it's definitely different. And I don't know, it's fun. It's fun because it's different, and it's a little bit scary, like going into modifying it, because I've never worked on one before and I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. Sick dude, I say do the Evo X for sure. I love the BRZ, but if it isn't going to stay, then I'd rather see an Evo personally. I think the Evo would be fun. I think the Evo would be a fun one. Bring an Evo 10 to the channel. I would love to get a... Still loving the R. I am still loving the R, actually. It feels a little bit boring right now just because it's all stock. It's nothing to do with the car. It's just the fact that the car is all stock, and I'm somebody who loves modified cars, which is why I'm really looking forward to this catback coming in, this intake, and this access port. It's going to help, like, waken up and liven the car a little bit. So I'm only bored with it because it's stock, if that makes sense. Like, the car itself, I love the car. It is, in all honesty, it's probably one of the best daily drivers I've ever had. But no, not like over it or bored of it yet. But yeah, I might have to like start searching for an Evo 10. I currently have a 20WX FA20 pushing 403, 376. How often do you need to change oil? I would, since you're running E85 Motul X Clean EFE, if you're running strictly and only E85, I would probably change the oil every 1,500 to 2,000 miles. If you're going to be mixing it up doing E85 and pump gas, you could probably stretch that to about 3,000 miles. The whole reason you want to change... Hold on, I gotta take my keys out of my pocket. Like, these things... So, the whole reason that you're changing oil sooner in a E85 car is because E85 tends to generate a little bit more moisture quicker. So it tends to get that moisture down into the oil and dilute the oil a little bit, and you just want to be changing that out. If you ever see like the milky yellow pea looking stuff on the bottom of your oil cap, that's moisture buildup inside of the PCV system, and it's venting up to the cap because it's evaporating and it needs somewhere to go. So then it kind of like makes this weird frothy yellow pea looking stuff up there. Also, Plumber, appreciate the dono, man. We got Perry the Peach in here. Changing at 2K miles right now. I mean, honestly, if you're changing at 2,000 miles, I really wouldn't worry about it too much. I just saw an EG33 thing over here. Man, we need to know what happened to the EG33. I have a similar project, however, I wanted to do. I'm going down to Fuse Fabrication tomorrow to help give Kyle a hand, wrap things up with it, so that way we can bring it back up here, get it in the garage, and get it going again. That's the whole that's why we're going down to Fuse tomorrow. I have a similar project, however. I want to know how you did the crank pulley when you installed the EJ25 crank sensor. I will cover that. You have to use an EJ25 oil pump, but I'll definitely show you guys how I did that. I showed it in one video a long time ago, but I'll like cover it again. Hey man, how are you? How are you? Wondering if I can safely daily a Stage 1 2020 STI OTS tune. 100% you can, yeah. There's no reason why you can't. STI, you can daily drive STIs. STIs, Subarus are not like high-end Lamborghinis or Porsches. Like, you can, they're meant to be daily driven. I've been daily driving STIs for 6, 7, 8 years now. Long time. Never really had any major issues with him. Can't wait to see the 6-cylinder in action. Same. You are not alone. Subtan, are you excited to get the 17 back? I am. So if you guys saw on Instagram, we have our full turbo back done on the car. It's a 4-inch turbo back. It's a big boy turbo back. Kyle's doing the oil pan and the oil pickup tonight. He's already started on the throttle body and the intake manifold. And what else do we have? Radiator fans just to put in, and then the tip for the cat back. And then I think at that point we're done at Fab and it can come back up here. So I think we'll be wrapping up tomorrow, like all of the Fab stuff, and then it can come back up here so we can start wiring in our Haltech. Ever change outer tie rods? I think I messed mine up replacing the front axles. Wheel snaps back. I mean, I've changed them before. If it's a car that doesn't have relatively high miles on it, they're relatively easy to pull off. Sometimes they can like fuse to the rack. I have had that happen before, where then you have to like try to cut the outer tie rod off, weld a nut to it so you can get more leverage. It's a pain. Hopefully yours is just easier to like get off. Like they suck when they get stuck on there. You ever meet a fellow Washington Subi influencer named Momar's STI? Moomers STI seems pretty cool. I'm going to be honest, I've never heard of him before, so I'll have to look him up here in a little bit. Any more red drive shirts? I do have red drive shirts. I think they're all smalls, though. I think they're all smalls. I'm not entirely sure. We're going to be doing an updated merch drop probably in the end of November, early December. Probably for the EG33 6 swap and the Golf R, and maybe an Evo 10 if we grab an Evo 10. We'll see. Have you ever seen Alexander Vargas' channel? If so, what do you think of his videos? I have seen his channel. I'm not a person to lie or like give false things. He seems like a really cool dude, but his videos just kind of like seem kind of boring to me. That might just be me. I don't know. He seems like a really nice dude, but when I watch his videos, it's like a 15-minute video on something that should take like 2 minutes. That's just personal opinion on that one. Michael, appreciate the dono, dude. How far are y'all going with Melanie's car? If you ever go far with it, does that mean she gets another car and add to the channel? So one of the major reasons why I got the Golf R is Melanie got the GTI. She got a 2016 GTI and it has a DSG. I wanted to just like leave it with the GTI and the DSG and modify that for the channel, but Melanie wouldn't let me go too far with the GTI, so I was like, well, this is a car that I want to modify. It's a car that I want to play with and learn on. So that's another major contributing factor as to why I got the R. It's Melanie's daily driver, so I mean, I don't blame her. She has to drive it to work every single day. She doesn't want to be in something that's like exceptionally loud, super modified, and things like that. But maybe, I mean, if she ever lets me, I think at the only point that we'd take Melanie's car too far is if we got rid of the R for some reason, and then I took all of the parts off of the R that I put on the R and put them on her GTI. Then at that point, maybe, but we'll see as time tells. I've been doing mine at 2000 E60. Black Rifle, coffee, best coffee. Dunkin' Donuts, dude. Dunkin' Donuts is best coffee. Don't even come at me with that butterfly. Come on! Dunkin' Donuts. We don't have a legit Dunkin' Donuts out here, so if you have a legit Dunkin' Donuts in your area, go there. Go get some Dunkin' for me. I wouldn't even think twice about getting rid of my Subi for a Skyline. I don't blame you. LOL, because I like WRXs, but yes, I feel like it is an upgrade too. LOL, it's an R32 GTST. Then going to slowly build it. Honestly, the RB20 and the GTST is probably one of the best sounding engines out there. Fight me. Come at me. There's no arguing that one. How far are y'all going to... Oh, with Melanie's car. Still loving the R. I am for right now. We'll see as time pans out and as I start modifying a little bit more, but I am enjoying the R. I don't know. Having the trifecta would be awesome. Evo X, since the new BRZ is a stopgap to the new Nissan Z, right? Like I feel like a 4B11. I don't even know the engine in the Golf. It's like an EE88 or something like that. I have no idea, but I feel like it'd be like a cool like holy trinity of like Mitsubishi, Volkswagen, and Subaru, or like whatever order you want to put them in. I think it'd be kind of cool. Man, we need to know what happened to the EG. Oh, yeah, I talked about that one. My buddy has an Evo X. That's a garage queen sitting on jack stands in the garage for 3 years broken. What's broken on it? That's been keeping it on jack stands for 3 years. That hurts. That hurts my soul right there. Hey Tanner, I got an AOS installed in my 21 STI and I've been smelling like a burning oil smell or burning coolant. Could it be residue that's burning? I mean, is it a street series? If it's a comp series, you're gonna smell that a little bit. You're gonna probably pick up a couple whiffs of that on the street series anyways. If one of the hose connections isn't fully tight, you may be getting some PCV gases that are coming out of the AOS or out of one of the lines that are venting to the atmosphere, and you might just be catching some whiffs of that. That's kind of that's where I would like think to first start looking at. Any ideas on why the FA20 make a chirping noise? Currently have 20k miles on it. Whenever I floor it a little bit, the direct injectors and the high pressure fuel pump tend to chirp a little bit. It's so much worse on the BRZs and the FRSs. The like previous older ones, the chirping was like crickets chirping. It was awful. Would I ever collab with Devin? If he would ever be down, yeah, 100%. He seems like a chill dude. EA888. Thank you, Nicholas. I'm still learning this Volkswagen stuff. Actually, hold up. We're gonna go on a little side passage here. I learned something wild last night that I had no idea. Did you guys know that GTIs and Golf Rs don't have exhaust manifolds? They do not have exhaust manifolds. The turbo bolts directly to the head, and the exhaust manifold is integrated into the cylinder head. Like, what? What? This legit blew my mind. And you know who makes the diff? Borg Warner. Bob Wagner. Bob Wagner makes the diff. They're so, like, it's, I don't know. I've been going down the rabbit hole trying to learn stuff, and it is wild. How the ECU understand the pulley teething. You can set, so on the Haltech, since we're using, well, we're still using the EG33's crank sprocket. We're just modifying it. And in the Haltech, you can set all of the tooth or the trigger pattern independently, so that way it knows how many teeth are on that, and it knows like when and where everything is. When it comes to like building the base map and tuning that thing, I will definitely walk you guys through that and show you how I'm doing that. But you can set it all. It's really cool. It's like bloop bloop bloop. It's crazy. What oil do you use for your built block? In the geez, the bluebird, the Blobberoo, the yellow brew, Karma. In that car right now, I actually have the Haviland oil that Chevron sent over. It's been doing great. No issues with it right now. It's 5W30. It's been working wonderful. No problems with it at all. I just lost where I was. My car is red. How I make my Subaru a Subaru. My car is red. How I'm plumber. That doesn't even make sense to me, dude. My car is red. How to I make my Subaru a Subaru. Plumber, you're gonna give me like an aneurysm over here, dude. Am I gonna upgrade the Golf R turbo? Yes. That is the game plan. Yes, we're going to put a bigger turbo on that thing. Apparently, with just an intercooler, an intake, a downpipe, and a turbo, you can get those things in like the 5s, like 500s. It's crazy. It's weird. We're going to have to do a clutch on that thing, which I'm not looking forward to, but we can do it. Then wiring hell and dealing with the mess of the interior. True. What clutch brake fluid would you recommend for an 07WX? Well, clutch really depends on how much power you're shooting for and how much torque. For a lot of daily drivers, I always suggest the ACT HDSS. Really good clutch. I think it's rated up to about 550 wheel torque. That might be crank torque. I don't remember. It's rated to about 550 torque. I would go double check on their website. As for fluids, I always use OEM brake fluid. You can definitely use whatever you please, but for that I always use OEM brake fluid. Smedia, I've got a stage 1 2020 WX, and anytime I turn on the heater, you see negative 1.41 knock numbers. Well, that's a normal knock number. I definitely get why it would happen with AC on, but why would it happen with the heater on? Coincidence? Maybe there's something loose around there and the knock sensor is picking up that frequency. It could be a plethora of things, but negative 1.41, totally normal value. Don't stress it. Don't stress it. Brian, what up, dude? Hello from Greece. What's going on, dude? Outfront told me to use 1040 oil, but seems a little too thick. Did Outfront build the engine? If Outfront built the engine, they're telling you use 1040 oil, you use 1040 oil. The oil grade that you use for your built engine is also based off of the specs and the clearances that you have all of your bearings set to. So if you have like super tight or super loose, you're gonna have different oil weights that you're gonna want to be using. So keep that in mind. If Outfront is telling you to use 1040, I would go, and they built the engine, I would go with 1040 if that's what they're suggesting. Curie. What is a good brand to go with suspension? I want adjustable coilovers and not bags. Coilovers, the way I kind of rank it, Fortunato, BC Racing, Fortunato or BC Racing. It's really my suggestions on that one. Cygnus Performance, you can throw them in between Fortunato. Fortunato and Cygnus are damn near the same thing, if not the same thing. Fortunato or BC. If you had to redo the 17 STI from the beginning, would you change anything? Absolutely not. No, I wouldn't change a thing. Why would I change anything? If I would have changed one minor thing in that build, it may have led me upon a path that I wouldn't have known, and we wouldn't be 6-cylinder swapping the car now. The Subaru was the first like major one that I started tearing into and learning a lot more about the mechanics side of things on these, because before the Subaru I did like basic bolt-ons on a lot of the Subarus that I had, downpipes, intakes, that kind of basic stuff, cat backs, but it never got to the extent of what I did with the Subaru, where it was like, hey, let's like take everything apart and like start doing stuff and then take the engine out and then engine swap it. So no, I wouldn't change anything about going through the 17. If I wanted like more power, knowing what I know now, I probably would have done a bigger turbo instead of the FP Blue, but the FP Blue was a pretty good turbo for kind of what we were shooting for at the time, which was like a fun daily driver kind of car. I laughed in your video when you said the VA would be, yeah, I know, right? I know, right? For 3 weeks at Fab. LOI, I think that video was in August. My guess was 3 months, almost there. I know. My hopes were high. All right, my hopes were high. We were shooting for the moon. That's kind of the time frame that was relayed down to me, but as you know, Fab stuff gets pushed out. So it looks like we're going to be wrapping up Fab tomorrow or early Thursday, I'm guessing. But the car, from the photos that I've gotten from Fuse, it's like right there. It's super close. Jump Dog, appreciate the dono, dude. I noticed nobody makes EGR deletes, I'm guessing, for the FA20. Why is that and still worth it? The reason that nobody is really making TGV and EGR deletes really more is because of the ban hammer from the EPA. They're just fining all of these shops for selling these parts for emissions delete devices or defeat crap, whatever you want to call it. I've seen some shops get like fined up to $180,000 or more. It's ridiculous. I know Rally Sport Direct got fined for, I don't recall what parts exactly, but they got fined too. A whole bunch of like shops were getting fined. Also, Hibana, did I pronounce that one right? If not, I do apologize. Appreciate the dono, dude. Hi, Smedia, quick question. Is the Cylinder 4 cooling mod only for the EJ or the FA20 DIT? Fairly new to Subarus. Thanks. No problem. Anytime. The Cylinder 4 cooling mod is only for EJs. It is not for FA20 DITs. If you look at the back of the head, you don't even have a cooling plug back there to be able to put that thing. The Cylinder 4 cooling mod was strictly designed for the EJ-based engine. You don't need it. The cooling system on the FA20 is more superior than that of the EJ, so you have no need to do a Cylinder 4 cooling mod on that car. Hope that helps. Am I going to upgrade the turbo on the Golf? Yes, we are. Golf. I need to stop calling it a Golf. It's a Golf. Like we're going golfing. I've gotten corrected on that so many times. Like, my apologies. Got an 05 Legacy 2.5 I-Speed with Rodnock, bought as a project. Engine swap suggestions. Well, I mean, what do you want to do? What are your goals with the car, Christian? If you're doing an engine swap, keep in mind you're going to have to do an ECU swap. You're probably going to have to do a trans swap. If you have a 2.5i in there with a 5-speed, that 5-speed is not going to hold power very well for any boosted application. So you're looking at doing a trans. You're looking at doing a TCU. You're looking at doing an ECU, an engine harness, the engine, the gauge cluster, more than likely, if you're going to be going to the extent of doing all that. Welcome to the rabbit hole where you just start going down and down and down and down and down. If you want to swap the engine, you got to start swapping everything else out to make the engine work. But I mean, if you are willing to go that route and doing an engine swap, that's really going to depend on like what your power goals are for the car. It's rad, but my only complaint about the design is they don't sound great. The exhaust pops and stuff are good, but the EA888s, 888s, are just nowhere close to Subarus for the sound, especially the EJ. True, but I mean, knowing me, I actually don't really know what they sound like all that well in person because I've never really heard them. Melanie's GTI has like a straight pipe on it. Like somebody straight piped Melanie's GTI, whoever had it before her. It doesn't sound terrible. The resonator's still in there, but the muffler's been deleted. I'm curious to see what ours is going to sound like. I got the nameless performance one with 5-inch mufflers. My thing with the Golf, I don't want to fall. I don't want that car to be like the stereotypical like GTI Golf R kind of thing. I still want it to be like. I don't know how to explain it. Like no popple, snap, crackle, pop, tune, Rice Krispie kind of anything like that. You guys know how I mod cars. I try to do it the right way, the best of our abilities. So we'll see how it goes. I don't really know how it'll sound, but we'll find out in the next video. Well, in one of the upcoming videos when the exhaust comes in. Do Cobb have an access port for 2001 WRX STI? Unfortunately, no, they don't. They only, for USDM spec, they have them for 0203 WRX, 04 plus STI, but you're going to get different subcategories for the ECUs in those ones, and then all the WRXs in between there. I don't think they have anything pre-2002 for WRX STIs or WRXs. Please do an EQT Vortex so I can see what all involved to get the gains done. I was looking at was it EQT tuning, equilibrium tuning for the tune on the Golf R. So I bought an access port because the access port and equilibrium tuning, I can take their tune, put it on the access port, put it on the ECU of the Golf R. So with going into this new platform of Volkswagen stuff, I wanted to maintain what I know with Subarus and try to like move that through so that way I have some familiar territory, if that makes sense. Some people are telling me like, hey, go do APR stuff on this thing and all this other stuff. I'm like, I literally have no experience with any of that. I'm gonna like stick with what I know for now, and then like progress from there. So we'll see. Also, Tommy, appreciate the dono, dude. Thoughts on the DCT and a Subi? Don't get me wrong, manual's the way, but honestly, it's ass. The automatic transmission in Subarus is ass. They do not feel good. They shift awful. The CVTs in them, they're not good. I don't know why Subaru keeps doing like pushing their CVT so much. And in their like latest revision of the like 2022 WRX reveal, they're like, oh, it shifts so much faster. It's so much faster shifting. And then if you look at the little fine print in the bottom of the screen, it says only from second to third and third to second. Like, I don't like them. I've never liked them. The CVTs, in my opinion, are just... they're just... No, I can't. I just don't like them. They're not fun to work on either. You have to, like... You can't even service them in the garage. You need to be able to pressurize fluid in them. It's just... I don't like them. I do not like the CVTs. Like, throw them away. Like, with Subarus, if you're wanting a WRX, get the manual transmission only. Unless you A, don't know how to drive a manual, I would say learn how to drive a manual, or unless you have some type of ailment that doesn't allow you to drive a manual, the CVTs are just not good. They're just not good in Subarus. Hey there. Hey, Crash K. Hello. DCT is not a CVT. I know, Fox. I know. We don't really have DCTs in the WRXs and the STIs. We don't really have them. Are you still getting the 2021 BRZ? I mean, that's a game plan. I have the car on pre-order. I really want to go test drive it. Like, since I already pre-ordered the car, I want to go test drive it. If I can't feel a big enough change between the last BRZ and this new one on that test drive, and I'm going to film the test drive on that thing. But if the BRZ just doesn't feel good on the test drive, I might just give it back to Subaru. I don't know. We'll see. Like, I still have full intentions on getting the car, but I want to drive it before committing to it 100%. We have our pre-order in. We have one set aside for us. It's built to the spec I want, but the game plan is, yes, to still be getting that car. Re-exhaust integrated cylinder head. Yeah, Honda K24s from the 12 to 16 Hondas had the exhaust manifold integrated to the head. They were NA motors, but due to the head, they are perfect for turbos. It's crazy. It's crazy. It blows my mind. Blows my noodle. I didn't even know that was a thing. I never knew it was a thing, actually. Hey, man, about to flip my 1K break-in on my 21 STI AMS oil versus your preferred oil. There's nothing wrong with AMS oil. Nothing wrong with it at all. That was my break-in oil on the 05 STI. Greetings, Tanner and fellows. I saw you were in Discord last night. I'm in Discord pretty much every night. If you guys aren't in the Discord, go swing through the Discord. Like, I sit in the general chat and just like mess around with everyone in the Discord. Like, I'm kicking it on my computer or working or doing something. Thought about coming in and saying hello, but it was late. Dude, we're in that Discord till like 2 a.m. sometimes. Just come swing through if you want. Come swing through, kick it. It's chill. Hey, what up, David? Thanks, I'm going to throw the access port in the glove box. Do it. Just throw it in the glove box. Don't let that thing give you anxiety. I've seen that thing, like, give too many people anxiety too many times. There it is. P0302 on my wagon, cylinder 2 misfire. Wish me luck. That it's as simple as a coil pack, spark plug, or connector. I had a misfire on an 06 STI that I was working on the other day up at the mod garage. That was actually that one, if you guys saw on Instagram, where I posted up that crank sprocket. Everybody thought it was the belt for some reason. Like, I understand why everyone thought it was the belt, because that timing line was like right there and it wasn't lined up with anything else. As soon as you go to install a timing belt on a Subaru, pretty much any car, and you run the car, those lines will never line up again. But we had a misfire. It ended up being a missing tooth on the crank sprocket, and it was cylinder 2's coil pack not fully plugged in. So hopefully it's something easy for you also. Silvers are a good brand as well. See, there we go. I've never used silvers, but if ever people are saying silvers are good, sometimes silvers are good. Yo, what up, Canton? I'm late, but good to be here. What up, dude? Stance USA coilovers are about the same price as the BC and Fortune units. No one knows about them. Stance USA, I'll have to look into those ones. Fox! Oh, hey, I just saw this. Fox, how did you do this? Member for 12 months, stage 2. Oh, whoa! Has it been 12 months? Has it been 12 months? Or did you do... I don't know how that works, but that's dope. Also, holy hell, Christian, appreciate the dono, dude. Number 1, Mr. Fox. Is that a fox with a flag? Flaggy fox? Fox flag guy? Number 1? Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate the dono, man. Appreciate the support, you guys. Where'd I just go? Have 2 codes, P0, P0458 and P1419. Can't figure out the problem. P0458. Let me Google that real quick, because I actually don't know what that is off the top of my head. P0458 Subaru. Let me share my screen with you guys so that way we can all dig into this. Window capture. Boom. Done. P0458 evap. That one's easy. That one just sounds like it's either bad evap, solenoid, connector not plugged in, or an evap leak. But what is P1491? P1491. Evap leak, right? Engine fart recycling system. There we go. P1 PCV function. Okay, so it sounds like it's something in your evap system. That actually sounds like a pretty easy one to fix. I would start with the evap solenoid first, kind of see where that leads you. If the evap solenoid is all good, all your vacuum lines are plugged in, start making your way back. Hopefully charcoal canister would be the last thing I look at. It's in the back of the car and it's a huge pain, but charcoal canisters do go out over time, unfortunately. Defroster runs AC to help pull moisture out. That's why defroster doesn't work well without AC. So compressor could trigger fine knock learn. It could. Quick question. My 07WX came with a no-name larger top mount intercooler, maybe eBay brand. Is there any way of telling if this thing is any good at all? I mean, you could try doing like a heat soaking test with it if you really want to. Get like a laser thermometer guy, measure it, go to a known good brand, measure it, see if you can see the differences between both of them and kind of like gauge it that way. If you've taken it off the car before, there should be some type of brand marking on it. If not, if it works, it works for now. If your IATs aren't super high, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Also, Clay, appreciate the dono, dude. Always appreciate the support, you guys. Coming in here killing it every time. Renamed as TGV housings. They are TGV housings. Thank you. Or pencil holders. You can call them whatever you want. Thank you kindly. Anytime. Thanks for the input, everyone. IEG sells TGV housings. Housings, not deletes. Hey, Tanner, I'm looking on trading my 16WX for an STI. Should I go for the 2021 or the 2022 instead and save some money? Honestly, if I were you, I'd probably just get like a 2019 and save a little bit more money. 2019, you're still getting the Type RA short block. You're getting the big 6-piston calipers up front. Unless you're specifically wanting a 2020 or 2021, I'd probably get the 2020. I'm always one to advocate for buying used over brand new, just because you save some money doing it that way. As long as it's lower mileage, it's not completely beat up, and it's still somewhat stock. But ideally, I would say get a 2019. That would be my goals there. Mike, you just subscribed. Mike, I don't know if you're in here, but appreciate the support, dude. Good thing I bought it for cheap. Thanks for the answer. Just a fun car, nothing serious, not crazy on having to boost. I totally feel it. Totally feel it, dude. If you don't mind in out almost straight pipe, then it's probably fine. Crackle tunes are whack. I've never been a fan of crackle tunes. I'm sorry. I just can't get behind crackle tunes. I don't like them. They reduce your fuel economy. That, hey, seems like I've been here forever. 13 months! Eric, you've been here for... that's not forever. It's only 13 months, man. It's only 13 months. We got a long way to go. I've just never been a fan of crackle tunes. They also, like, reduce how the car drives in a way that I just don't like it. They make the throttle input feel like butthole. And I don't like butthole feeling throttle inputs. Woo! SRT4, upside down question mark. It's sitting outside next to the garbage cans. It's by the garbage cans. Guys, IAG and like 3 other companies sell TGV housings. Remember. I have EQT Stage 293 from them, dude. It rips, especially compared to stock. That's good to hear, dude. I'm excited. I'm probably going to be rocking the Stage 1 Cobb tune for a little bit. I don't want to push that R a little bit too hard quite yet because I want to try to make that stock clutch last as long as I can. Like, I know the Golf R is all-wheel drive, but it's based on a front-wheel drive platform. And I've never worked on a front-wheel drive car, and the fact that the transmission is sideways on the engine and it doesn't go straight back weirds me out for some reason. I don't know, it just makes me nervous. Like, it seems like it's a lot easier to work on than a Subaru. It just makes me, like, weirds me out a little bit. Hey, Tanner, what's up? What's going on? This evening, what is your opinion on the whole 2022 Subaru vehicle lineup? I think Subaru's getting a little bit lazy with the global platform integration on everything, just taking the FA24. If you look at it, Subaru's essentially taken their global platform and put an FA24 in every single one of it and then just changed how it looks and then just minorly changed the tuning with the exception of the BRZ because that is not on the global platform because that shares a platform with the GT86. I don't want to say that it, like, Subaru's been doing that for years, though. If you look at, like, GD chassis, they're all on the same Impreza lineup. The Forester was on the Impreza lineup. The Outback and the Legacy were on their own lineup also. But at this point, I don't know. I just get the vibe that Subaru's getting a little bit lazy with it. So I don't want to judge it too much up until I see the release of the new cars. So we'll just kind of leave it at that for right now. Omi, what's good, dude? Thank you. CVT is trash. If you're going to upgrade over the STI transmission, I feel like sequential is the only way to go. I agree with you, but keep in mind sequentials are expensive. Sequentials are very expensive. They're very expensive. Oh, chat, why you jump? Why you do the jumps? Oh, if there was an actual DCT, I mean, I feel like that would be a lot better of an option. I feel like that'd be a lot better of an option. I thought we were like talking. I thought it might have been a typo. If there was like an actual option for it, I feel like it would probably do a lot better. Actually, a lot better. Places they do a horrible death after. True. Don't buy a car with a CVT. Get a car with a traditional automatic or standard manual. 100%. SRT4 versus an STI. What about them? In SRT4 versus an STI. What about them? Like, 2 different cars, 2 different eras. I mean, unless you're looking at like the older gen STIs. I love you. I love you, dude. Would love to see a Media Scooby Freak 86 collaboration. Dude's super chill. Talk to him all the time. Talk to him. Too bad we're on the opposite ends of the country. Literally opposite ends. College guy looking to have a daily Auto X car. Would you go 05 STI or an 06, 07 WXTR? Personally, I'd take the 05 STI. It's personal preference on that one. Boosted to your heart. Hello, lowered my 2.5 RS and happy with it. Gotta love flush fitment. Do need new sway bars because it moved more to the right. Also can't wait to see the H6 done. Picking up myself an EG33 in 2 weeks. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see right there. Let's start an EG33 movement. EG33 movement. I'm about it. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Chad coming in here, policing people up. I'm about it. Winston, what up, dude? I'm a Miss Karma. I'm going to kind of Miss Karma. You guys don't understand. Like, that car is, it's strong. It's strong like ox. But I don't fully trust Karma still. Like, I just don't trust it. I just can't. I can't. That car, something always likes to try to pick a fight with me, and I'm done pouring money into that thing. I am done with it. I love karma, but that car has become a money pit. It's just become a money pit. I can't do it anymore with that one. Yep. For sure, the not a taxi will definitely be missed. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to miss the car. He got rid of the taxi. No, the taxi's still out in the garage right now. Karma's still in the garage right now. But it is pending to go to its new home. Maybe one day we can buy it back. But for the time being, I'm ready to let that car go. As much as we will all miss it, we got to do that at times. We got to do that at times. Any tips for an Impreza G4? What do you mean by any tips? What do you mean? He's selling it currently. Why is everyone else more sad about me selling the 05 than I am? I have poured hours and days and thousands of dollars into that thing, and I'm ready to let it go. So the light of my TPMS sensor keeps coming back on, and I took it to Subaru, and they said the sensors aren't reading to the computer of the car. Could my tune prevent it from reading? No, 100%. Your tune's not going to have any effect on the TPMS sensors. Depending on what year your car is, if the TPMS sensor light is going on and they can't recalibrate it back to the BIU, the batteries in the TPMS sensors might just be dead, or one of them might just be dead. There's small, like, little clock battery style batteries inside of the TPMS sensors, and that's what keep them alive. So if those batteries die, you just got to replace them. What did I just see over here? Tanner's scared all the time. That car has abused me so much. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I feel like that car has jumped me in an alley multiple times. Should I trade my 17 Sport Tech for a 19? If you want to, Nick. Like, if you want to. I'm not going to tell you to do it or not do it. That's entirely up to you. But, I mean, if you want to, go for it. Did I ever put AC back in the 05? I did not. There's no room to put AC back. That car can't have AC. The alternator's been relocated to where the AC compressor used to sit. But Jeffrey, the Golf R, has AC, and it works flawlessly. Hey, Tanner, what should I expect to pay for a set of Deffies? Boost, oil pressure, and oil temp. If they are used with the controller and the pod, I'd probably expect around $500. If you're buying brand new, actually, you know what? Used, you could probably buy them for $600 to $650. I forgot because they're a little bit more expensive than I remember. Brand new, I think I paid around $1,000 for those exact three on mine with the pod and the controller. But you could probably get a used set for around $650 or so. Chat, why you do the jumps? Why you do the jumps? Hey man, just started watching your videos. Just bought a 2014 WX with 130k miles. Exhaust, processless intake, tune very clean for 14k. Are the 5 speeds weak as they say? Keep up the grind. Hey, appreciate it, dude. And congrats on the car. And yes, unfortunately, the 5 speeds are as weak as people say. They're glass transmissions. It's unfortunate. If you want to keep the 5-speed and strengthen it up a little bit, look into the More Sports Blast plates. It's a reinforcement plate. Well, it's not even a plate. It's a reinforced like cage style guy that goes on the 5-speed. Or if you want to keep the 5-speed and build it, you can definitely do a PPG gear set. But at minimum, I would at least suggest getting those More Blast plates. It's unfortunate. The 5 speeds are glass though. Getting in the drivetrain. This is, I totally lost what that was. Getting a P0019, any ideas? Heads were resurfaced 2 times. P0019. Hold up, let me do a Google. P0019. Subaru. P0019 is the OBD2 generic code indicating the crankshaft and variable valve timing VVT position bank 2 are not responding with their corresponding signals. Have you already checked timing? Heads were resurfaced 2 times. I would check timing. Like, that would be the first thing that I do is timing is off no matter how much I have it. Get the adjustable pulleys IAG makes. Thicker head gaskets. No, if it's already put together and it's already in the car and it's already running and it works, get the IAG adjustable timing belt pulleys. They can pull out slop to keep everything where it needs to be. After 2 deckings, though, that shouldn't be throwing it off. Like, depending on how much material they're taking it off, or taking off the heads, 2 times running through, redecking the heads shouldn't put them at a point where they're going to be too small anymore. But I would start with timing, get those IAG adjustable pulleys, and see if that helps. I think they're like $150. They're not terrible. We need a North American Lavorg STI. I 100% agree with you on that one. I would buy one in an instant if they did. I think you are the first channel that I actually subscribe to. I appreciate it, Eric. I appreciate the support, dude. That warms my heart. Dude, so I don't know who did it, Somebody left me a comment about it. Who is it? Someone in here who made the Reddit post about me? That thing made me tear up. You guys are so nice. That thing like made me tear up as I was reading through it. Ugh. Except for the one dude who like talked poop about me, but it's all right. I'm still here to help you. Where did I just go? Any plan to go on a Subi Fest this Sunday? I mean, we still have everything lined up. If we can go. The whole Melanie has work stuff going on. I've got work stuff going on, so we'll see. In theory, we could still technically get up and go, yes. Cobb tunes scare me. Why? I mean, I've run them on my WRX and Fiesta before that, but I've heard horror stories, at least from the EA88 or 888. Jeez, dude, I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know how I'm going to be saying this thing, guys, about Cobb's OTS maps. I feel you on the clutch, though. Maybe I will get the EQT tune, the Stage 1 EQT tune then. I'll look at their website tonight. If it's not like crazy expensive for just that tune, I'll just get the EQT tune and throw it on there then. You have way more experience with these Volkswagen things than I do. I've been like trying to read through forums and whatnot. I don't see too many people running the Cobb tunes. So maybe I'll just get the EQT tune. You talked me into it. The ultimate 1980s unicorn car to get is 1986 Dodge Omni. Ben, we're back with the Dodge Omnis, man. Hey, I want to go rotated, but kits are hella expensive. There's a cheaper way and go rotated. Hopefully in the future we can get our rotated kit back up on the website. It's just with Kyle being so busy with stuff. We just don't have... He just doesn't have the time to be able to knock out rotated kits. So hopefully we can get something going again. Unfortunately, not really. Whatever's on the market is what's on the market for rotated kits. But I'm trying. We're trying. I didn't like the paddle shifting in the Evo X. I can't imagine it being too different from that, and it wouldn't be as good as the GTR either, so I think a DCT is a bad idea. DSG, I was talking to Matt about this earlier. If they put a DSG in a WRX or an STI, I think that would be money. I think that would be like incredible. I think it would be a really cool platform if they did. I don't think Subaru would ever do that, though. I just got here, might have missed the discussion, but you're getting the flat 6 soon. I'm going down to Fuse Fabrication tomorrow to help Kyle wrap up the smaller stuff on that car. So I don't know how to weld all that well. You guys know I got a welder. I can tack weld aluminum at this point, and I can kind of weld steel. Not pretty, but I can do it. So I'm just going to go down, be a helping hand, and help where I can. LOL Tanner is scared of it. Yeah, I know. Karma abuses me. Happy Taco Tuesday! It's Taco Tuesday! I didn't even think about it. I love taco. I don't even remember. I think I had Jimmy John's earlier. That one's not for me. I feel you. I have a love-hate relationship with my Subi. True. Did I ever put the AC back in? No. Ron! What up, dude? Sup, dude? Love the... Oh my gosh. I lost where I was in the chat. There it is. Love the 05, but also want to see the channel grow and see where it takes you. As already explained, Karma has to go to do that. Very true. Karma needs to go. Karma needs to go. I love Karma. I love that car a lot, but we can always build a bigger, better Subaru, which we're already doing. We have the Blueberoo. And I understand, like, here's one thing. I fully understand this. I know a lot of people correlate the 05 STI Karma to the channel. But before Karma was ever around, the Blueberoo was the star of the show. The Blueberoo is my white whale, and it's time for that whale to come back. I miss my whale. But yeah, I love Karma. It's just like Karma was the third car we've had on the channel. There was Blueberoo, which is still around and will always be around. Creature, the BRZ we had for a while. Then Karma, and now we have Gunther. I think that's what I'm going to name the Golf is Gunther. I don't know what, somebody mentioned it, and I thought it was like a beautiful name for it. Gunther the Golf. I'm about it. Where did I just go? I have a 2002.5 RS. I want to go turbo. That turbo wiring harness is compatible with the left-hand GCA rather than going to iWire. If it's compatible, then just use that, dude. How reliable did you think Karma was a 450 without forged internals? Debating. Honestly, I thought it was perfect. I abused that type RA short block with that FP Black and Karma for months and months and months. I would flat foot shift it. I would launch it. I would play with it. I would get on that car hard. To be completely honest with everyone, I enjoyed the 05 STI more with the stock location FP Black than I did with the rotated 6062. I think the car responded better. I think it was better for street use. I think it was the right amount of power. It was reliable. I never had a single issue with that car aside from the fuel temp sensor, which for some reason was just giving me a hard time. But No, totally, 100%. I didn't worry or stress about that car blowing up ever or at all. What do you recommend? ETS Extreme or AWE track catback for an STI? Honestly, flip a coin. I liked my ETS one. The AWE also sounds beautiful, though. All right, everyone. Who wants to place wagers and see how long he keeps AC in the R? I have no intentions of removing AC in the R. I don't want to do that. I'll be going up in Washington to pick up an EG33 and a GC Impreza on a trailer. On my way back, could I possibly come say hi? If I am out and about and it's like somewhere somewhat local, potentially, keep in mind that's also really weird to try to plan like whatever I'm doing with people that are like trying to like pass through the state and whatnot. People have tried in the past. I think I've only managed to make it work like 2 or 3 times, maybe. But I'm not going to say yes or no right now because I don't know. Full disclosure, have a 2019 STI with O-Lens. What does that say? Gyrodiscs. Stock power and love it. 265, 35, 18 on forged wheels. Subaru dealer through a 7-year, 100K mile warranty at me. So stock. I love Golf Rs. Golf R, they're fun. They're fun cars. They're fun cars. Wait, did Karma sell? No, Karma's sitting in the garage. It's kicking it in the garage. If you guys don't believe me, I still have the keys for it. Right here. Right here. I still got Karma's keys. I still have Karma. Though I'm glad to see the Golf R in the channel here in Appleton, Wisconsin. There's just as many as there are WRXs. Really? I haven't seen another single. I haven't even seen a GTI. I haven't seen a single GTI aside from Melanie's or another Golf R up here since I bought mine. It's weird. Like I've seen older GTIs, but I haven't seen any other like Mark 7s or 7.5s up here. Hey, what's up, the dot point? What up, dude? Yo, much love, bro. Appreciate your content. Hey, appreciate it, Logan. I appreciate your support, dude. Springs that I installed in my 15WX are creaking a little bit. Do you think it should be something to worry about? I probably wouldn't worry about it too much. Oh my god, you're getting it tomorrow. I don't know. It will either be coming home with us tomorrow or Thursday, I'm guessing. We should be wrapping up the H6 at Fab here soon, then we can start doing our stuff on it. Yo, I need some advice. What up? Pros and cars. I don't see a follow-up message on that one, so I will keep an eye out for it. Going to look at this 2011 WRX tomorrow. Only bad thing is that it has a full exhaust system, 90K if it has a tune, no access port either. If it has a full turbo back and no access port, I'm going to guess that there's no tune on the car, but miles are pretty low to pass up. Could have an open source tune on it. Who I would ask the person you're buying it from, like, dude, does it have an open source tune on it? Like, what is more information? Is it at a dealer? If it's at a dealer and it has a full turbo back, I'm guessing that the owner of the car parted it out and traded it in and then kept some of the parts to sell separately. Those are the cars that I advise that you stay away from unless you just want a handful of trouble. Try to get some more info on that thing if you can. Miss the Blueberoo. See, I miss the Blueberoo too. It's coming back. Do you sell the BBS wheels for the O5? I do not. I sold those months ago. I posted up on Instagram when I sold them. Don't know if you'd know because it's a truck code. Certain models, but when code cleared, truck runs fine. After a long time, I throw up P1391 cam and crank sensor. Then it'll run like crap. So just looking at it from the code perspective of cam and crank sensor, I would think that timing would be off on it. If it's throwing both crank and cam, it's probably out of time. Maybe it jumped a tooth, maybe it skipped a tooth, something along those lines. Typically, if it's only throwing like a cam sensor code or a crank sensor code, only one or the other, it's normally something that can be fixed with either a sensor or double check timing. But if it's throwing both cam and crank, I would think that it skipped a tooth on timing. And if it's running like crap like that. Issues with the Golf R, that bugs me. Plastic oil pan, we can remedy that with an aluminum one for like $200. Get an iSweep, one of the Word or an ECS welded one. Keep up with the Haldex service. Up traction via OBD11 app. I need to get that OBD11 app. That thing threw me off at first when I first heard that thing. But yeah, the plastic oil pan thing, we need to swap that out also for an aluminum one. Someone told me to stay away from steel ones because they just don't seal up well on those cars, I guess. So aluminum it is. Levorgs! You're the man, Smitty. I appreciate it, dude. Thoughts about TJ Hunt? I mean, he's all right. He's all right. I never see the dude work on his own cars. For me, it's like you can be a car enthusiast, not work on your own cars. I'm not like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just for me, I like learning and watching other people work on cars so that way I can learn and expand. Like, I enjoy the time that I spend like actually wrenching on cars and like putting in all the work. I enjoy the bodywork process, even though I'm not very good at it. Wrapping cars, I like to do everything myself. A, because I'm cheap and I don't like to pay shops to do something that I can figure out how to do. B, I like getting the experience from doing it myself. I don't like watching a YouTube channel of somebody like, wow, I just picked up my McLaren. I'm going to go drop it off at the wrap shop and pick it up in 2 weeks to see the new wrap. I don't care what color you wrap your car, dude. I want to see like the process of you wrapping it or the process of you building it. I want to see the time and the effort that goes into it. Not, well, I'm gonna go drive my car over to the shop. I'm gonna just give them my keys, let them do the thing, and I'll go pick it up later. It's just not me. It's just not my thing. I like the process of being able to go through everything and actually like learn and build the car, or at least watch someone else do it. Also, best oil for an EJ 25. Really depends on the engine, to be honest. Like, I've seen multiple oils across the board be used. It really comes down to what the exact engine is, what the specs are, what you're trying to achieve. Is it a built engine? Is it a stock engine? It really varies, to be honest. OEM 5W30 is a pretty safe choice. 5W40 is a pretty safe choice. There's 10W40 if you really want to is a pretty safe choice also. It really comes down to what your application or what the exact engine is. I'm having cylinder 4 misfire codes and I'm smelling fuel. I'm trying to replace the cylinder 4 injector tomorrow. Anything else I should look for? If you're smelling fuel, you're already on the right track. If it is fuel, you'll see it either coming out of the injector. If it is, well, you just said it's a misfire also. So if it is the injector and you're smelling fuel, that's probably where I'd start and go from there. So you're already on the right track for what you got to do. They sell access ports with their tunes on them for a bit more. Well, I wish I would have known that before I just bought an access port last night. It's alright. That goes back on me for not doing like more than enough research, but it's alright. It's alright. I just lost where I was. Daddy's money, he can never compare to Smedia. Smedia just built different dog. Who are we comparing me to? Who are we comparing me to? I don't know who we comparing me to. I don't know where we're going with that one. I just like to do all my own stuff. I like to learn and do all my own things. That's my thing. What oil pickup do you prefer, IAG or Killer Bee? If I had a coin, I'd flip a coin. Flip a coin. I run IAG in the 05 STI right now. I ran Killer Bee in the 05 STI before. It really doesn't. They're the same. They do the same thing. You can't go wrong with either one. 1300 injectors, ETS front mount intercooler, 3.5 inch core, 340 liter fuel pump, flex, etc. That's for Alex back up there, I'm guessing. DSG in the STI, would buy that. Wouldn't I know, right? Would that not be awesome if they put a DSG in the STI? Like, if Subaru gets to the point where they want to start to minimize the amount of manual transmissions and people want an automatic transmission in the STI, fine. So be it. But at least put in a DSG. At least put in a DSG. I've never liked DSGs until I drove that GTI, and I am like literally blown away with it. That DSG in Melanie's car can shift faster than I can think. It is wild. I am like thoroughly impressed with that thing, and that's coming from somebody who hates like automatic transmission cars, which is technically it's not really an automatic transmission, but they're wild. Is the 07WX worth it as is the 07WX worth it at this? I'm guessing you meant point. Oh yeah, point. LOL. Yeah, I mean there's nothing wrong with it. If you're gonna get an 07WX, I'd probably get a TR. That would be like my preference on it. I was for some reason I wanted to say perfection. Preference, that'd be my preference. Pet that like button for little doggo. Where's Seagull? Is Seagull in here right now? He always wants the little dog. He always wants the little dog in the video, so I got the little dog. I don't know if he's in here, but I'm petting the dog for him. Pet the dog. Why do people hate on Mishimoto? People hate on Mishimoto because Mishimoto is... Their quality is not that good for Subaru parts, unfortunately. They're kind of like mid-tier for parts. I don't like buying Mishimoto because the fitment on it... What are you doing, dude? I don't like it because the fitment on them is a little, like, whack. What are you trying to do right now? What are you doing? Can you chill? Can you chill? Not me. Mishimoto is kind of like a sub-tier brand, in my opinion. Fitment is, like, hit or miss with them. And the BRZ is still on the way. Stoked to see that come to fruition. Same. Bring Matt. Bring Matt. Matt's upstairs. What are the odds Tanner lets me call him? Why do you want to call me? We're not calling me. No one's calling me. I don't even have my phone in here with me. Okay, all right, small dog. You want down. Go do your thing. Go do small dog things. DCT, DSG would be pretty badass. Maybe not as fun as manual. I mean, I'll always prefer my manuals. 100% always. I want Blue Brew back. I want the Blue Brew back. I miss the Blue Brew. Gunther from Friends. I know, that's the first thing I thought of too when I first heard the name Gunther. Gunther. Paddle shifting is boring. To an extent, yeah, I do agree with you. Someone else asked about AC. Wow, LOL on this. Go Team AC. William, what's up, bro? I got a 2011 STI as my first car from watching your videos. Congrats, dude. That's a good pickup right there. That's a good car. I know you want to hand out them digits. Nope. I'm going to get some weird stuff if that happened. Be getting some weird stuff. Are you kidding me? I'd get like a text. If everyone had my phone number, are you kidding me? I'd get like a text at like 2 a.m. from somebody who just got off work driving the car, and it would be like, hey, bro, I got negative 2.8 feedback knock. My car good? No, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. If you don't know about gyro disc, you're sleeping. I'm sleeping then. I've never heard of him before. I'm going to have to look into him. How much for used engine, turbo, and clutch? 13 Subaru WRX hatchback. Mechanic is charging me $12K and warranty won't pay it. I still owe $18K on the bank. We talked about this one, dude. We were talking about this one yesterday. We had a whole conversation on this one, remember? Remember how much for used engine turbo? You can find them on eBay for eBay Motors, like $3,500. I saw one yesterday. They out there. That whole warranty thing still seems super sketch in my opinion. I've always wanted a built STI, and EG would be awesome. EGs are great. I love EGs. They're awesome engines. Yeah, another Wisconsin folk. Jeez, I don't know what I'm saying. That's true. People use you like Dr. Google for Subarus. It's alright. I don't mind helping. It's just we ain't doing the phone number thing. I ain't waking up to I'm already up at 2:30 a.m. anyway, so I ain't. Nope. What's up, Omni? Miss Blue Brew 1200 horsepower. She coming back, baby. Rank these gauge brands: Glow Shift, Pro Sport, Autometer, whatever gauges you've seen. All right, well, let's scrap all of those ones that you just said. Let's do like Defi, AEM, and I probably wouldn't use any other gauge. That's like my ranking on them. If you want me to rank those ones, Pro Sport, Autometer, Glow Shift. That's kind of how I would do it. Defis are already on top. Defis are already always on top. But for me, it's Defi and AEM. I wouldn't use another gauge out there. I think Glow Shift and Pro Sport look a little bit cheap in my opinion. Autometer looks really cheap in my opinion, but it's also a cheap gauge that's primarily an analog gauge. They work, they get the job done, but it's just not my cup of tea on those ones. Cam and crank sensor on a V6 Chevy truck? ? She done, bud. Is she? Smedia, what are some things to look out for when buying a used high mileage EJ20WX? The exact same things that you should look out for that I made a video on about Karma when I first bought Karma. I would go check out those videos, and that should give you like all the in-depth stuff of like what to look for when buying a high mileage one. Do you sell t-shirts extra large-ish? I'm in between. Boom. I'll throw the website up if anyone does want to cop anything. Boop, 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 boop. If you do want to cop anything, boom, we got t-shirts on the site. We got jet tags. We got toe straps, air fresheners, banners, hoodies. You name it. We got whole hats, beanies because it's beanie season again. We got all sorts of stuff. But yes, we do. What up? Tech, where I work, said that the cleared the 04 headlights won't pass inspection, but JDM headlights would pass. Might go that way, so I get HID bulb as well as still pass inspection. Opinion? Yeah, 100%. Do it. The JDM headlights are 100%. I'm about it. I like them. Will STI transmission ever break with flat foot shifting? I mean, if you flat foot shift bad, or you're banging gears hard, eventually, yes, it will. But for the most part, if you do it seldomly here and there, you should be totally fine. How did I deal with airbag issues when you change the seats in the Blue Brew to aftermarket ones? In the Blue Brew, there's not a single airbag left in that car. Yeah, there's no airbags in the Blue Brew. I took out the SRS module. I took out the side curtain airbags. I took out the Gooch airbag that sits like below the steering wheel. I took out the airbag in the dash. I took out the seats. I took out the SRS module, all of the SRS sensors in the car, and all of the SRS wiring. There is no more airbags in that car. There's no more airbags. The iSweep oil pan is sort of like the Killer Bee Japanese Golf tuner. Go figure. Oh, okay. I'm about it. I'll have to check them out. Do you do any custom SSM4 monitoring or know of folks who can learn the deep stuff? I don't even know what that is. SSM4? I'm going to have to look into that because I don't even know what that is, to be honest. It pays to be cheap. To an extent, it pays to be cheap. But on the other end, like, you're questioning why you do some of the things you do when it's 2:30 in the morning and you're laying under a car questioning your life. Oh, forgot you took them all out. No error messages? Airbags? I mean, we're running a digital dash in that car. So even if airbag lights did pop up on the BIU, it wouldn't matter because we have a digital dash right there that communicates with the Hall Tech, and we have our own new CAN system in the car. We're not using anything in the old CAN system really except for like sunroof controls, mirror controls, window controls, headlights, taillights, basic stuff. Steering wheel controls for the radio. Radio still works in that car too, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Wrap. I know of Wrap. That is a close match for World Rally Blue. Need it for my 06 STI. Ooh, Wrap. Know of a Wrap. We looked at one last night on Metro Restyling by Avery Dennison. I forgot the exact color, but they made one that was close. I know you can download packs online, but I'm unsure where really to start. I need to look more into this SSM4 thing because I don't even know. Don't even know. What 3 gauges are best to get 08 STI? Air, fuel ratio, oil pressure, and boost. Top 3 right there. Should I replace a head gasket on my EJ25 even if it has no signs of bad head gasket? It has 150k miles. No! Why would you do that? No, if it's fine, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Ain't broken, don't fix it. You good. What's a good horsepower number for an 18 STI with full bolt-ons, TGV housings, injectors, 1050 injectors? The 1050X Cobb injectors, by the way, are just ID dynamic. They're just ID injectors. Fuel pump, EBCS, Cobb flex fuel kit, fuel pressure regulator, and your still stock turbo. With stock turbo, you're probably going to cap that turbo out at like 330 to 340 wheel horsepower, to be honest. Stock turbos don't make that much power, unfortunately. You got a VF48 in there. They cap pretty quick. What are the odds, Tanner? Oh, let's me call him. Bring Matt. Matt's upstairs playing Minecraft right now. I'll pay for Matt's phone number. No, I'm not giving out Matt's phone number either. How far should AFRs drop on watt? That's really set to however the tune is. If the tune has it like set crazy, crazy rich, it'll be crazy, crazy rich. But that really depends on the tune that you have. What would you tell someone that is torn between the 2021 WRX or the STI? Go drive them both, see which one you like, and get whatever one you like and whatever one you can afford. That's true. People usually like, yeah, I know. But don't you want to be messaged? But you don't want me to be messaging you late at 4 a.m. asking about. I mean, we could. Shoot, I have a used turbo. Used turbos. What will be the new shop's name? I like the works names used. Favorite shops I've ever used. Oh, that's really weird. So Matt and I created an LLC for the shop a couple months ago. We actually already have the business name and everything like certified with the state. It does have the name Works in it. It's called Restless Auto Works. So just because we never sleep and we're always up late at night doing like stupid car shit. So big brain stuff. There you go. There we go. We need karma to sell so we can go get the shop. Do you think that my engine will last with only a Cobb intake and access port tune? Yes, as long as you're using the appropriate as long as you're doing everything that we covered in today's video. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. But we've been going for about an hour, and I have some other things I need to get knocked out tonight. So if I didn't get to your question tonight, I do apologize, everyone. I always appreciate the donos and the time you guys swing through here as well. If I didn't get to your question, swing through on Friday stream, same time, 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Tuesdays, Fridays. We doing the stuff. We doing the things. So keep an eye out on Thursday for hopefully a fabrication video coming out, fingers crossed. And for the Blue Brew to be coming back here soon, and some modifications to the Golf R And maybe we'll snag an Evo 10. I don't know. We'll see. But with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Yeah, I'll probably be in the Discord later tonight if anyone gets bored and wants to swing through the Discord. Also, David, appreciate the last minute dono, man. So I pull 11.4 LFA computer reading on Watt. Is that too rich or is that considered too rich? It's money, dude. Money, dude. I'll be in the Discord tonight, too, so we can talk about it a little bit later. But with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, homies. Woo! And then, see, now we do the awkward minute where I'm sitting here looking